I just wanted to introduce the idea of mindfulness and connect it also to expression. I'm a photographer, I'm also a writer, and as I travel around, I've lived in Russia and the United States, in Brussels, and also here in Zürich. And I'm always using a camera to actually feel like I am in a place and really, really mindful of that. So I'm going to use that as a metaphor as we go through. So it's a sense of belonging that I think I'm seeking through this.
Okay, ready to go?
Yep, ready. So I'd just like to start by thinking about what it means to be fully present. Like, what does it mean for us to be here right now? And I can tell looking around the people, if I were photographing you, I could tell the people that are really present and people that have kind of checked out a little bit. And that's natural. For me, working with mindfulness, presence means to be here right now, you know, to see each other and to actually connect as a human. And I wasn't always doing that. Sometimes I was hiding behind my camera as a screen between me. I worked with technology. I was a computer programmer. And there were so many times I'd lie awake at night saying, oh wait, I can't sleep. I still have this to do. And I feel we've all been in that spot where we just can't check out. I use a lot of the storytelling techniques that I do to really think about what's my voice, what's driving me, what am I listening to. I took this picture. For me, nature actually means a lot to me and gives me back a sense of self, where I can share my stories, I can find my voice. And I think when we use that and we're really connecting with ourselves, that's being vulnerable. It's opening up to other people and saying what matters. For me, when I'm taking a shot about something that matters to me, I'm in nature and I'm opening so that I can later share that with other people, which is relational trust. If we don't trust each other enough to open our hearts, then we're not really present. We're just acting. So for me, being willing to tell other people, I'm looking for belonging. I'm looking to find a home. We all want that. That was what it was about. And then suddenly I was connected. This picture could be anywhere. It could be Bahnhofstrasse. It happens to be Times Square. But think about how often we take pictures as we travel around the world, and we're not really there. We're either posing or we're taking it. And mindfulness actually fosters that empathy and connection with human hearts. For me, it made a big difference in my life because that ability to care is what made me connect. And the ripples just expand outward. It's like a drop in a lake. You start to listen to other people. You start to make eye contact. You start to hear the stories that are coming from them. And then it's something deeper. Then your presence is authentic. No longer was I up at night thinking about all the things I had to do and the things that were coming ahead of me, because being here right now was too important. Being where I am. And that's why I really think about it as a choice. So right now, do you feel aware of yourself? Do we feel wherever our feet are, how they're connected? To me, it's using my 5 senses to actually feel I'm in a spot first and ground myself. And then stretching. This is not static. The second part of mindfulness is really about goal setting and seeing, oh, I used to think my limitations were here. Actually, they're a lot wider. The sky's the limit when you start to think about what do you actually want to stretch and do. And then how are the other people that are around you in your life really affecting you deeply, right? You're not just alone. There are all kinds of people in that web that are affecting you and you're affecting them. But it involves trust and opening up to being a little more vulnerable, opening your heart. Now, people have all these studies, and the neurology studies show that mindfulness is really good for your well-being. But for me, it just feels good. It feels right. Like when I'm in the flow, I feel like that. I'm not having to put on my armor and play Superman, going into a work job and then separating myself and doing the things I love on the side. You know, it drives you, and that's authenticity. So in applying it to leadership, you can think of it as a voice. You know, what's your voice? When are you in your flow? And how can that manifest in every part of your life? So that you can project outward, reach others through stories, and have them reach you. I've used mindfulness in all sorts of ways. I use it every day in the presence that I have with other people. But for me, it gives back, and there are many different applications that surprise me all the time. I could be just commuting here on a tram, and suddenly it's a mindful moment. So my question to you in closing is really, what do you think? You know, how am I using mindfulness, being present with purpose, here, right now? Thank you. Thanks very much.